Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over.
'18.
Most of us fear death. But for the Santa Blanca drug cartel, death is a saint. They embrace her, praise her, worship her. They kill thousands without repercussions, trafficking poison across South America, corroding governments. How do you fight an enemy that doesn't fear death? Maybe you hunt them from the clouds.
Get down with the victim. We both know you need them. You're stuck in the middle of all irrelevance. Your heart is a beating, 'cause you know that you gotta get out of the middle and rise to the top now.
In position. They're loading up the cocaine. Got eyes on White Hat.
You can't fight the friction.
Cocaine is on the move. Cocaine is on the move. Targets are pulling out. Target's down. Drop them.
Or you fight from the shadows. Attack when they least expect. Pick them apart. Leave no evidence behind.
Too hostile. 9 o'clock.
All right, we're clear.
Careful now.
White Hat is inside. C4 in place. We're clear. Area secure. White Hat is cured. Let's go.
You can't fight the friction.
Or you can unleash chaos. Strike from every side. Confuse them. Destroy everything. Decide who lives and who dies.
Drone in position. Threat from all sides. Contact behind you.
You can't fight the friction.
Cocaine is ours. Let's go. Going to the bullet. White Hat is a dead man walking.
How do you fight an enemy that doesn't fear death? You manipulate them from the inside until the monsters wipe each other out.
Target marked. Right there.
People see me and think they're safer. But it's not really me they're seeing. Probably for the best. Knowing everything hinges on a guy from Queens sounds as scary as it feels. No pressure, right?
PlayStation
Mass Effect Andromeda is the next generation of action RPG.
Yeah. No way this is home.
Brand new epic sci-fi adventure set in a vast explorable galaxy. You are the Pathfinder, part explorer, part soldier, part guide. And it's your mission to find a new home for humanity. But in Andromeda, resources are scarce, worlds are hazardous or outright uninhabitable. Every planet has its own story. On this one, warring outlaw factions fight over every available scrap. You can make new allies or enemies. The choice is yours.
Not too shabby for folk who got kicked off the station with nothing to show for it.
All I see is the trail of bodies they left behind. Sam, tell me about Sloane Kelly.
Before joining the initiative as head of Nexus Security, Miss Kelly served in the Alliance with a nearly spotless record.
Nearly?
She was involved in multiple altercations with other officers.
A hothead. Great.
What brings a Pathfinder to our humble port?
Ven Terev. Name ring any bells?
What's he to you? And don't lie to me.
Just point me to where you're holding him and there won't be any trouble.
There won't be.
Drop it! Now! You first.
Get out, or I'll put you down.
These worlds are big, so for the sake of time, we're going to speed up our adventure. There are many paths to follow on this planet, and you'll need everything at your disposal to survive. Whether it's a six-wheel drive Nomad, which protects you from hazards and enemies, or the scanning and analysis tools to help you interpret everything you discover.
Look for anything that might lead us to the killer.
The tracks make it look like an ambush.
Fits the Rokar profile. It's a start.
Angaran blood. Matches your Rokar theory, Reyes.
Keep scanning. We need hard evidence.
In a dangerous alien galaxy desperate for resources, conflict is inevitable. But you'll have access to futuristic weapons, gear, and powers to help you in your fight for a new home. Though you start out with the ship and the Nomad, almost everything else you need, you'll have to find, steal, or craft yourself. And that's critical to your survival. These worlds have many dangers, from environmental hazards to hostile wildlife. A new galaxy awaits. How far will you go?
Someone asked me once if I remembered how it all went down, as if it happened so long ago that anyone could forget. So yeah, I remember. I remember when our homes and our towns turned into graveyards, when the wilderness became our only hope for survival. I remember when the planes fell out of the skies, when the trains stopped running, when the turbines shut down, and the world went dark. I remember when they put up the razor wire, like it was gonna stop anything. When the feds ran out of body bags. When some of us sort of lost our minds.
I think he's dead.
Some lost more than that. Much more. I remember when we lived by a code, when brotherhood meant something, and living meant more than surviving.
Goddamn liar!
So yeah, I remember how it all went down. I don't give a damn about any of that. You know what I remember most? Riding the open road. The smell of your hair. The touch of your skin. I remember you. But those days are gone. Now I'm a drifter, a bounty hunter, a mercenary. And for me, the broken road is all that's left. But I'll always remember.
PlayStation.
That dull hammer doesn't scare me. Oh! Oh no!
Boy!
Stop!
Boy! Your mother's knife. It belongs to you now.
What for?
Test, then show me what you know. I am hungry. Feed us. We fire when I tell you to fire. Here's your chance. Show me already.
Yes, sir!
PlayStation.
Hi, my name is David Goldfarb, and this is Project White. Project White is set in an alternate history of the early Viking era. This is the Dark Ages, and in this history, humans share the world with the last remnants of a forgotten species of intelligent creatures. Now, what's unique about our game is that you see the world through the eyes of these creatures. And at the moment, we have the point of view of a young creature, basically a child as it's searching for its parents. As you can see, these creatures move on all fours. Young creatures are good at sneaking, climbing, and jumping. This is a cruel world, and humans have almost eradicated your kind entirely. Here we can see two of them hacking away at the body of your father, probably to take a trophy.
Hit that hop!
They've spotted us. We need to get away. And while a child, you can easily be killed, even by the weakest humans. We're trapped on this bridge. Maybe there's an escape route. Okay, I think we're safe. As you move around the caves and tunnels that these creatures inhabit, you'll see what humans have done to your kind over the years. Sneak to safety. Now, one of the things about being a young creature is that you can crawl into spaces that no human could follow. Now, this huge cave with the mysterious tree is one of the last few places of refuge in the world for creatures like you. So that's the world through the eyes of a young creature, running away from even the weakest human. Now we're going to go forward in time and see the world through the eyes of a larger, more powerful adolescent creature, and see what they're capable of doing.
Peggy 16.
Savior. Monster. Guardian. Vigilante. The preservation of life. So often, the justification for taking it. Humans, elevating those that keep guard until they watch too close, and the so-called hero condoning the very act he would condemn. Transgressions of the past shape actions to come. As offspring turns into adversary, yesterday's loss leads to madness. And God becomes tyrant, becomes outcast, becomes dust, as factions dissolve and form, and lust for power enslaves all. Such folly and futility in the grand design. Curious how lines once clearly defined become blurred. Perhaps it is time for them to be redrawn.